Hi, Satya.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So let us see our next topic. We have discussed it so far. What is cloud computing? What is AWS? And what is S3? And in each topics, we discussed about 10 questions and answers also. Now let us walk through today. What is security practice we have to follow on AWS? This one.
Yes, yes,
Um, okay, here. So first we'll see what is AWS security introduction. Shared responsibility is what? Compliance
mm,
programs are what? Global infrastructure security is what? Then account
mm,
security features is what? Then cloud
mm.
service specific security we'll see. Okay.
Okay,
Now, what is key AWS services? Cloud security is the first priority at AWS. Obviously, AWS is a cloud. That cloud manages with a lot of data, company data that need to be secured. For that, they need to use security practices. All
mm,
AWS security customers benefit from a data center and network architecture that is built to satisfy the requirements of most security sensitive organizations. So what happens? As we discussed it, AWS has got global infrastructure. That infrastructure has got different data centers. They all are connected to different regions. Each data
mm.
center has got different availability zones. That is the global infrastructure setup, right, in AWS.
Yes,
Now, how it is connected, if you see this particular diagram, you are able to see this one, right?
yeah,
So AWS is there. Here networking is there. AWS data center is there. Networking is there. Within the network, people are accessing from externally. Internally, it has got services. The service can be EC2 is also one service, right? EC2 with EC2 you can create
yeah,
virtual
yeah,
machines like Linux server, Windows server, you can create it, right? All those are sitting there
yes,
within the network, right? There is a network
yes,
which is called virtual private network. We saw in the introduction, right, about AWS services, right?
yeah,
So all those are there. So all these are sitting in the data center setup. That is to build, satisfy the requirements of most security sensitive organizations. So
okay,
each organization has got their IT governance. IT governance is it will have some policies, procedures to follow the information technology practices. That is
okay,
called IT governance policies. Within that
mm,
policies, they have security policies also. Those security policies need to be implemented when they acquire the access of the AWS cloud, right? Now,
mm,
second point, AWS and its partners offer tools and features to help you meet your security objectives around visibility, auditability, controllability, and agility. So what are these things? Visibility is what? The cloud services, how many services we are using. We have seen many services, right?
mm,
So within
mm,
that services, how many services are being used in what regions, what availability zones they used it. All that visibility comes from the dashboards. There are many
mm,
private tools. Those tools through used those tools they can visualize them externally also. Okay, and within
okay,
AWS we have a cloud monitoring. Cloud Watch and monitoring is there. You know, Cloud
okay,
Watch has got trial
yes,
AWS Cloud trial logs. Logs are
yeah,
going to store all the transactions from each service. S3 service transactions are going to be recorded. EC2 service transactions are going to be recorded. Similarly, RDS services, network services, all those are going to be recorded in the transaction. That also has got monitoring and dashboard facility. Okay, within the
mm,
AWS, that is. Then auditability happens with the cloud trial logs. Okay, controllability is by seeing, by viewing the dashboards, one can control unused services. Let us say you created EC2s, 5 EC2s you created, you did not use it, just they are running. When they are running, what happens? If you are switched on fan or high voltage bulb, what happens? If you are not switching off,
power vested,
power cost is going to increase it. The same
yeah,
way, the service cost is going to be increased it. So that is going to be auditable. for that. Okay, this means that you can have the security you need, but without the capital outlay and at a much lower operational overhead than in an on-premises or a traditional data center environment. In traditional ITA environment, what happened? They used to have networks maintenance separately. They used to have servers maintenance separately. They used to have different
Data set.
project setups within the network, within the location, and from different locations also they used to have satellite links. All those they used to spend. Now everything is connected by the cloud service providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, or any other cloud services. They are maintaining all these things. So this means that you can have the security you need through the cloud services, and you don't need to invest in the capital like in the olden days, how the people used to invest for infrastructure buying
Okay.
and maintenance also. Here, what happens whenever you use it, it is going to come monthly bill only, like electricity bill, right? Or phone bill. So
Yes.
this chapter will cover the relevant security topics that are within scope of the AWS. This is meant for certified solution architect associate exam purpose. I prepared it. Okay. You
Okay.
don't need to worry about that one. Okay. So now
Okay.
let us see what is shared responsibility model. Before we go into details of how AWS secures its resources, we should talk about how security in the cloud is slightly different than security in your on-premises data centers.
Okay.
On-premises data centers, they have a separate policies. But in cloud, you need to have policies according to the services managed. What services you are using against to them. Okay. So
Yeah.
now when you move computer systems data to the cloud, security responsibilities become shared between you and your cloud service providers. Why it is shared means if you are working for a company, ABC company, that ABC company has got IT governance policies. They need to map with AWS security procedures also. Then combinedly, they need to implement AWS people and these people on those services to secure from cloud to the on-service, on-premises services. On-premises is they have their data center also. From data center also, they can operate the cloud services. They can connect to particular applications also. Now, let us say if you take any ICICI bank, any large banks, the HDFC or any large banks, SBI, what they do, they have their internal servers also. They have cloud service servers also, set up also. They are
Okay.
connected through the on-premises gateways. Gateways are networking connection adapters. Okay.
Mm.
Now, AWS is responsible for securing the underlying infrastructure that supports the cloud, and you are responsible for anything you put onto the cloud or connect to the cloud. When you're connecting, it is connecting from the on-premises to the cloud. Then it is going to verify all the security policies, like
Okay.
login correctness, all those things. Okay.
Right.
This shared responsibility model can reduce your operational burden in many ways, and in some cases, it may even improve your default security posture without additional action on your part. So, this is shared responsibilities. You are combining your IT governance policies with their policies also, amending in your IT policies how people need to follow to manage the services in AWS also. Okay?
So both are responsible for the cloud
Yes,
security.
yes, yes.
In the customer end, how he operates with the policies given by the government, and on the cloud how it should operate based on the policies given by the government.
Yes, it is not
Okay.
government, it is called IT governance. IT governance
Yeah.
can be framed by the individual companies for internal use.
Okay.
When they use internally, they used to comply with AWS security policies also.
Okay.
It means they need to update by including AWS services, how to manage it also.
Mhm.
So this figure illustrates AWS responsibilities versus those of the customers. Essentially, AWS is responsible for securing of the cloud. Customers are responsible for security in the cloud. Now, let us say you have customer data here on premises, okay, or it can be in AWS also. But platform applications are there internally within the office. They have
Okay.
identity and access management, IAM, which is in short form. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Within the office, they have identity and access management. Then operating system, network and firewall configuration is there. It means when you are connecting from local office network to AWS,
Cloud
there is a
one.
firewall. That firewall is going to be operated through the AWS connectivity adapters, on-premises adapters. Then it is going to be connected. Now, if you see, 1 minute, let me increase size little bit. It is visible, right?
Yeah. You need to maximize the window size.
Yeah, I mean, maximized as percentage is there.
Yeah.
See,
So the
customer data is there.
firewall configuration, operating system, network will all be coming under cloud what?
Networking, VPC.
Okay, VPC. Okay.
VPC topic is there separately. You will be learning it.
VPC is that's a
Virtual
separate topic.
private cloud, right?
Okay, okay. What's the
We discussed about networks, right, in AWS in the introduction topic.
Okay.
So here, let us move forward. Operating system, network and firewall all are sitting on the on-premises network. These all customer networks, okay? If you see here, customer responsible for security in the cloud, within their cloud. Their cloud is, their on-premises setup is like this, and it is connected to AWS. What are the AWS services? Compute is there. Compute is what? EC2. Storage is there. What is storage? Service
S3.
is what? S3. Database is what? RDS,
Uh,
right? Relational
Dynamo
data service.
TV.
Relational
Yeah.
data service, right? In the
Yeah.
introduction, you asked. The networking is what?
C
VPC.
VPC. Okay.
Then AWS global infrastructure contains regions, availability zones. Within the zone, there will be edge locations also. Particular location, small data center will be there. That data center is connected to endpoints. We discussed about endpoints also in S3.
Okay.
So AWS is there. They are responsible for security of the cloud also. Not only on-site, on-premises, this one. You're getting the idea, right, from this diagram,
Yes,
right?
correct, sir. Yeah. I understand. I understand.
Okay, good. Now let us move to next slide. What is AWS compliance program? AWS compliance enables customers to understand the robust controls in place at AWS to maintain security and data protection in the cloud. Okay. So they will be explaining what compliance program is applicable for this customer. They will map to the customer before taking the account into the AWS corporate account. Okay. As you
Unit policy.
build, yes, yes. You let us go through this one first.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can hold the questions. Then end of the chapter, you can ask the questions. Okay.
Okay.
As you build systems on top of AWS cloud infrastructure, you share compliance responsibilities with AWS. Basically, what happens? You have a company, ABC. Company has got financial applications or healthcare applications. Then they will have SOC 3 or SOC 2. That is the compliance program. They follow it for uh, financial applications or something. Then that need to be shared to the AWS people. Then they are going to map their program with this compliance program.
Okay.
By trying together governance focused, audit friendly service features with applicable compliance or audit standards. Now, let us say EC2 audit need to be done. What they can do in the auditing? How many EC2s are used weekly purpose? How many are running? How many are under use, underutilization? I discussed with you. In the dashboards, what happens? Audit dashboards, it shows about the status of each region or each availability zones. So they can shut down it by seeing the audit report, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they follow that standards. AWS compliance enablers build on traditional programs, helping you to establish and operate in an AWS security control environment. Yes, security controls are there within the AWS through network security, through firewall security, so many areas practices need to be implemented with identity access management roles also. We discussed about the IAM roles also. Right? Users, groups, all those things. So the IT infrastructure that AWS provides is designed and managed in alignment with security best practices and a variety of IT security standards. So these are the security standards they need to follow as per the compliance programs. Service Organization Control, SOC 1 or Statement of Standards for Attestation Engagement, 16, International Standards for Assurance Engineering number 3402, 3402 formally statement of auditing standards 70 is followed. This is one standard. They need to follow these standards under compliance programs when we acquire AWS account. That is the one it is giving. So Federal Information Security Management, what for federal departments, US departments, Department of Defense, Information Assurance Certification and accreditation process. All these things are there, part of that. And Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program. Yes, there are risk management programs are there within the government. It can be for security purposes. It can be for any kind of things. Then DoD cloud computing security requirements. I'll tell you what is DoD later on in the coming sessions. Okay. So now don't worry about that. So payment card industry data security standard. What is payment card? You have credit cards, debit cards, all that payment cards. Then payment card insurance data security standards also. So International Organization for Standardization, ISO is there. You know about ISO, right? International Tariff in Arms Regulations, yes, Federal Information Processing Standards. All these standards are some of the examples only. There are so many compliance standards are there. So some of them I pulled it here in this slide for your idea. Okay. Now, what is AWS compliance program? We have seen general compliance programs in businesses, okay, in general, but we are going to map this with AWS compliance program, AWS compliance program. A continuation actually, we are continuing that topic only. Fifth point is, in addition, the flexibility and control that the AWS platform provides allows customers to deploy solutions that meet several industry-specific standards, including Criminal Justice Information Services, CJIS, then Cloud Security Alliance, CSA, Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, yes, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability under HIPAA. I spoke to you few days back. If you are working for healthcare organization,
Sir, 1 minute, sir. There is a disturbance. 1 minute, sir. Yes, sir. Can you please repeat the fifth point, sir? My mom disturbed me.
Okay. So there is a criminal justification information services for our federal departments. There is a cloud security alliance is there. That is a compliance program. When you are following cloud security, okay. Family Education Rights and Privacy Act is there. And then Health Insurance Portability and Accountability is there, HIPAA. I spoke to you last week about HIPAA policies are there if you are working for healthcare, like United Healthcare, some organizations are there. They follow HIPAA policies and hospitals also follows. Network hospitals also follows HIPAA policies. You take a corporate network policies, hospitals. So there are so many. Like your Mangalore hospitals are there. Mangalore hospitals has got different networks, right? All branches are connected through HIPAA policies. They are connected. Then Motion Picture Association of America. Then AWS provides a wide range of information regarding its IT control environment to customers through white papers, reports, certifications, accreditations, and other third-party assertions. So these are the standards they follow. Large organizations, but these standards are being followed for solution architect of AWS, not for you. You need to be aware what is compliance program. That's all. To be aware if somebody asks in the interviews. Okay. Now, AWS Global Infrastructure Security, if you see, AWS operates global infrastructure, cloud infrastructure that is used to provision a variety of basic computing resources such as processing and storage. What for compute is used? Is it as a server we are using. What for server is used? We can process the data, we can process websites,
Yeah.
all these
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
right? The second point, the AWS global infrastructure includes the facilities, network, hardware, and operational software. For example, host operating system and virtualization software that support the provisioning and use of these resources. Yes, obviously, I discussed with you about how websites are managed it through the EC2. EC2 can be configured as a web server also, like WordPress website for blog storage, and banking offices can use in the backend as a servers also to access within the network. They can create multiple servers, connect to them in the different tiers of the architecture, all those things. We are going to
Okay.
see some more in the architecture diagrams later on.
Okay.
Third point, AWS global infrastructure is designed and managed according to security best practices as well as variety of security compliance standards. Obviously, as we discussed in the previous slides, it happens. Then AWS customer, as AWS customer, you can be assured that you are building web architectures on top of some of the most securing computing infrastructure in the world. It means
Mm.
AWS takes
Yeah.
care of the security. That security policies need to be aligned with our IT governance within the company.
Right.
Okay, now let us see. How is physical environment security? Now let us see. AWS data centers are state of the art using innovative architectural and engineering approaches. As we discussed about the global
Yeah.
infrastructure,
Right.
they
Right.
all are secured with their security policies. Amazon has got many years of experience in designing, constructing, and operating large-scale data centers. Yes, you know that. This
Yeah.
experience has been
These
applied to
are
the
hardware, right,
AWS
sir?
Pardon?
Hardware, right?
Yeah, data centers. Data
Yeah.
centers
Data
contain the
centers are
hardwares only, right?
hardware. Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
Within the hardware, they are installing our softwares. What is the software? Virtualization.
Virtual machine.
Okay. Through
Yeah.
softwares, they are making virtual machines.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This experience has been applied to AWS platform and infrastructure. Yes, AWS data centers are housed in non-descript facilities. It means secured places. It is hosted. Physical access is strictly controlled both at the perimeter and at building ingress points by professional security staff using video surveillance, intrusion detection systems, and other electronic means. It means physical security is very thoroughly they followed. Ingress points are edge locations almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, staff must pass two-factor authentication, a minimum of 2 times to access data center floors. It means multi-factor authentication is there to access
Yeah.
online accesses. The same way they have multi-security policies. Okay. Now,
Okay.
all visitors and contractors are required to present identification and are signed in and continually escorted by authorized staff. If external people comes for visiting to take any tapes or any kind of disks for their data access, then they'll come with staff security. The staff need to take them internally and they need to send by accompanying them. That level of security is there, right? It is
Okay.
just like you want to go to bank locker, they are accompanying you to the locker. Once you take your items, then you are going to lock it and you are going out with the banker.
Yeah.
The same way. AWS
Right.
only provides data center access and information to employees and contractors who have a legitimate business need for such privilege. On need basis only, they are accessing it. When an employee no longer has a business need for these privileges, his or her access is immediately revoked, even if they continue to be an employee of AWS, Amazon, or AWS basically. All physical access to data centers by AWS employees is logged and audited routinely. It means cloud trial is there. Through that, they are going to audit daily basis. That is the security policy they follow, physical security. You understand?
Yeah.
This is about global security, how they follow. This is about this one. The previous slide talks about compliance programs, how you can apply for different domains of the customer.
Mm. Right.
Okay. Now, what is incident? Incident is If any issue is there, that is called incident. Amazon Incident Management Team plays industry standard diagnostic procedures to drive resolution during business impacting events. It means basically, if any network is not working, they raise the incident. That is called defect or issue. In notation, IT notation, it is called incident. How is the communication? Staff operators provide 24/7, 365 days coverage to detect incidents and to manage the impact and resolution. Let us say if you are working with EC2, it is not accessible. What you are going to do? You need to raise the incident with free tier account. That is the policy. How is the communication implemented by AWS? AWS has implemented various methods of internal communication at a global level to help employees understand their individual roles and responsibilities and to communicate significant events in a timely manner. Yes. So they follow structured method for individual roles who can resolve that, and they have a policy to solve that within the given time. These methods include orientation and training programs for newly hired employees, regular management meetings for updates on business performance and other matters, and electronics means such as video conferencing, electronic mail, messages, and posting of information via the Amazon internet. It means basically what happens. They are going to have meeting, incident discussion meeting, conference calls. They are going to discuss it. They are going to solve according to the discussion points or minutes of the meeting. That is the policy they apply it while reviewing that. Okay. Now, how is the communication implemented by AWS? AWS has also implemented various methods of external communication to support its customer base and the community. How it is, mechanisms are in place to allow the customer support team to be notified of operational issues that impact the customer experience. Let us say if your EC2 is not accessible through free tier account, you're raising the incident, then immediately they'll give the response by mails. And continuously, they'll be updating you what is going on in the life cycle of the event of the incident. Okay. Then a service health dashboard is available and maintained by the customer support team to alert customers to any issues that may be of broad impact. So they're going to intimate you, okay, all the things, actions. AWS Security Center is available to provide you with security and compliance details about AWS. Yes. Customers can also subscribe to AWS support offerings that include direct communication with the customer support team and proactive alerts to any customer impacting issues. It means separate support can be applied, means that is separate service for corporates. Network free tier account. How is how is network security? AWS Networks has been architected to permit you to select the level of security and resilience appropriate for your workload. Yes, obviously, you know about AWS network, right? So according to the policy, they follow network security. Okay. We'll be learning a lot about the network security in the virtual private networking. Okay. To enable you build geographically dispersed fault tolerant web architecture with cloud resources, AWS has got implemented a world-class network infrastructure that is carefully monitored and managed. Let us say you have three-tier account. First tier is web interface, web server. Then second tier is application. Then third tier is you have database server. All these are distributed in different zones, available zones. Assume that a WordPress site is running, blog site is running across different regions or different availability zones. Now, it is going to take care of that workloads also under security policies. It means wherever you have access, you can create them. But it is AWS responsibility to take care of security policy. Follow the security for those assets. Okay. You got it? Global infrastructure security, we discussed it. Network security, we discussed in high level, but networking VPC, under VPC, what are the securities? We are going to see later. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Okay, how is the secure network architecture is implemented? Network devices, including firewall and other boundary devices, are in place to monitor. What we'll do, we'll stop here up to global infrastructure security. We discussed it, and we'll
Okay.
discuss about infrastructure security separately, application level security. Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow in that, let us stop recording.
Tomorrow meaning Wednesday, no, sir?
Yes.
Okay.